Live from the studios of KMBY Television in Monterey, California, it's Monterey On Tonight.
That is such a beautiful song. Roberta Flack and Killing Him Softly. That was one of her big hits. This gentleman sitting next to me and I, over the last 20 years that I've been here on the Monterey Peninsula, he and I, because he's a radio guy and I'm a TV guy, we're buddies, we're pals. And he's got a radio station over in Santa Cruz that yesterday was his 35th anniversary of acquiring the station.
35 years.
35
I can't even talk.
Where did the 35 years go, Michael Zwerling?
I do not know.
They zoomed by, didn't
yeah,
they?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm speechless.
Yeah, well.
But let me say this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
35 years is like 3 generations.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know. I mean,
well, you started
blink
out.
of an eye.
You started out many years ago. You had one of the all-time great guys on the radio every morning, Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, yeah.
For many years.
Yep.
Until he passed. Mm-hmm. And then radio kind of changed because there wasn't anyone that came in to be, there were kind of sound-alikes, but not another
Everybody
Rush
was a Rush wannabe,
yeah.
And no one could ever replace him. And I don't think that radio died then, but radio certainly has not been the same since
Rush is gone.
Since Rush left in 2021.
Is there anybody that you've put on air that is similar to a Rush Limbaugh?
They're all faux Rush Limbaughs. Everybody tries to be a conservative talk radio host who has a sense of humor, but none of them cut it. None of them come close.
So now that affected the fact that you lost Rush because he passed. That affected the radio station. It was hard to find someone to take that 9 to noon slot. How did you do that? What did you do as the owner of KSCO when Rush was gone to make a change, and how did you do it?
Well, we moved one of our local hosts, who was on from 12 until 2 each weekday. We moved that host to 9 to noon.
Okay.
Added another hour.
Okay.
And that ran for a couple years. And then a big change happened. I decided that I couldn't afford to keep the place going with the payroll that I
You
had.
had a
I
big staff.
Enormous staff.
Big staff.
And no one was getting rich at KSCO. They were doing it for the love, not for the money, but it cost plenty of money.
It cost money to run that place.
And when I added it all up, we never had a sales effort. And every day that passed, when the world of media became more and more digital, it became more and more difficult to sell advertising.
Yeah. Now,
in traditional.
Do you think that the internet and social media had a lot to do with selling advertising?
Everything.
On the
It has
radio?
everything to do.
Okay.
With it.
Same thing happened to us.
I understand.
With TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sign of the times.
The only way you can get local radio or local television, in my opinion, to pencil out is to be ultra uber live and local all the time, which generally means pretty big payroll of humans.
Yeah.
And we had great humans, but I just couldn't afford them. So I actually tried to sell the radio station for a year or so, and I didn't do a very good job. I did it in a very bizarre way. Normally, when you try to sell something, you hire a specialist, a media broker, who quietly markets your radio or TV station around the country, quietly, without letting anybody know. And I didn't do that. I decided I would say I want to sell this great station. I'm ready to retire.
Now, though, let's talk about the real estate where this radio station is sitting over in Santa Cruz, because you are on some dirt right there near the ocean. And the dirt alone, Michael, for condos, for homes, that would be an ideal thing. And move the radio station away from there. Have you thought about doing that?
Sure. Yeah, the highest and best use for the property for decades already has not been for a radio station. Doesn't need to be a radio station. The towers that are in the Corcoran Lagoon make for a great site for an AM radio station where it gets out like a 50,000 watt station with
and
only
it's
10,000 watts, right? So that part is great, but the cost of real estate has gone so crazily high that that's not the highest and best use. The highest and best use would be luxury apartments or condos or something, and that ain't going to happen. I don't think.
let me stop you and ask you this question, because we have a television signal that goes over there to Santa Cruz. We're on with our channel 27.1 Me TV. We're on Comcast cable in Santa Cruz. So maybe there's some Santa Cruz people that are
definitely
that are decision makers in the government. How difficult would it be to get that land where your radio station is located zoned so that you could build condominiums there?
I don't know, but my guess is that it would take 5 lifetimes. And I only have a few years left of productivity where I can enjoy life, so it ain't for me.
All right.
But here, this is something that's very important, Gary.
Go ahead.
I have said, and I strongly believe that if nothing is ever there on that site except the existing building, nothing more.
Yeah.
And the towers and the lagoon, which do not have to be limited to radio broadcast transmission. They can be wireless internet. They can be cell towers and so forth. There are all kinds of other uses for them. You could never build those towers again. So I tell people, don't plan on it being anything different from what is there right now.
So it would be difficult to
change.
And
it is so valuable, right? That houses, little garbage pieces of crap, little bungalows that are built with paper are going for millions and millions of dollars
in that area.
The billionaires from Silicon Valley are buying out the millionaires on what we call Silicon Beach. So
what's the future? What is going to happen to that beautiful
I don't know. All I
area.
know is that I'm ready to retire. It was only recently that I decided that I'm willing to and would like to sell the real estate. I was always going to keep the real estate. I'm a real estate sort of guy. I like to keep real estate.
But you're looking now, at this point, you're looking for a buyer. So let's put it out there tonight to the TV audience. There might be a couple of billionaires out there watching this show.
You don't need to be a billionaire. You could be a thousandaire.
Millionaire.
Millionaire, I guess. Probably.
But someone has got to come and see what the potential is on that piece of property that you have there where KSCO is located today and say, my goodness, what a view of the beautiful Monterey Bay.
I have a friend who's seen it, and he says, this is a venue. He has blown me away with what he has told me people pay for sites for weddings or special occasions, special events, and so forth. So this is a place for that. It's just one use. It could still be a radio station. I think it could be a wonderful house with your own lagoon on your own peninsula
And
with no neighbors anywhere nearby.
That's well, you
know,
had
there's
talked
just-
about maybe putting a second story on the
Yeah,
building.
yeah, could probably do that
Yeah.
without much headache, but a lot of expense.
So, Dylan, let's put that map up that you had on the screen and show everyone exactly where KSCO is located on Portola Drive in Santa Cruz. Can you bring that map up again? All right, and zoom in. Okay, there's the radio station, and it's sitting in the lagoon. So that's the building, and that building was built in the 40s, Michael?
1947 is when
1947,
it.
okay, and then now zoom slowly out. Come slowly out. Now, where is the actual Monterey Bay? Is it further? Keep going. There it
you can
is.
see.
All right.
You can see the crashing surf.
Yes, we can.
Straight out, looking, I guess, west or
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, northwest.
not northwest,
Southwest.
maybe,
Okay.
yeah,
And then right across the bay,
yeah,
from where you are, is Monterey Bay.
yes,
Monterey,
and where we are, yeah,
where we are tonight.
yep,
So somebody, obviously, who happens to be watching, that has a big bankroll, that wants to buy some dirt
with a building on
with
it.
a building on it now.
See, if it didn't have a building on it, it'd be like an act of Congress to get a permit to build anything,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if you have enough money and you have the right juice, I guess you could probably.
Oh, look at that! How
have
beautiful
any-
is that?
get-
There's
it-
the
it is.
towers.
It is.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's a sunset on the Monterey Bay from Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody out there tonight, we're doing a pitch for MC tonight. If there's anybody out there tonight, they got a bankroll. Okay?
It's an opportunity.
That's right. It's an opportunity, and you can own the dirt and the radio station
And the building and the
building
towers.
and everything.
Yeah. So,
See, I told him I would help him sell the station,
and
so maybe I will.
I think the buyer is going to come from your efforts, Gary. Thank you.
People who are out there watching this TV show, we stream this live all over the world, so there has to be one person, like Pierre Pastor, the guy that's buying up Carmel. Maybe he wants to come over to Santa Cruz.
Well, we'll include 5 broadcast. 3
You've got the AMs
2
and the
AM
FMs.
stations: KSCO 10,000 watt station, KOMY 1,000 watt station. They both get out like a station 5 times their power
Because they're right there on the
they're
water.
in the lagoon. Yeah, and we have 3 FM translators that can be associated with.
So it
either
all
of those
goes
stations.
in one package. You get the radio stations, you get the land, you can build your dream condos, your dream home right there. And that's what I've been telling them all along. That's really where the dirt is where the value is. Right?
The value is in the dirt.
The value's in the dirt.
But we do have a nice Art Deco building.
You
there.
do? Well,
It's
maybe
almost 5,000 square feet.
that building
just the
is
building, yeah.
that building is something that RCA designed back in the 30s.
Yeah, yeah.
Fabulous building. If you guys get over to Santa Cruz, drive along Portola Drive and take a look. Do we have a picture of the outside of the building, Dylan, anywhere on the website there where they can see the Art Deco KSCO building? Because I know I've seen it on the internet, and it's really a fabulous looking building. It was a building that RCA designed back in the
We've
30s
been
and
told that
40s.
it should be on Gray Line bus tours. Now maybe they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore.
So what replaced Gray Line bus tours?
I don't
Did
think.
anything-
There it is. There it is.
Look.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Art Deco. That's what you call it. Art Deco.
Yep.
Yeah. Stop by and say hi to Michael when you're over there on Portola Drive and tell him maybe you know somebody that's interested in the building and the dirt. And that'll make him very happy. Because I told him, I'm going to help you find somebody. And we got Teeny Shake working on it too.
I'm very interested in having the station fall into the right hands.
Amen.
You know, I want to continue being associated with it. I
Yeah.
want to do my Saturday program. It's
special.
sort of in my blood.
Yeah, the show on Saturdays.
Yeah.
You and Amy. Mm-hmm. 10
Yep.
to noon, 10 to 1 sometimes.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So there
Well,
you have it.
Let's say a little prayer tonight that Monterey on Tonight and Gary Morris had MZ on the show. And maybe we'll report to you very soon that because of this broadcast tonight, we were able to help Michael sell the station and the dirt.
Wow. That would be wonderful. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for being
Always
here.
great.
Okay, back to Roberta Flack on Monterey on Tonight.